He spoke out, and ICE detained him. Mahmoud Khalil finally released. Welcome to Burden of History, where truth isn't just told, it's restored. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you join us. Before we begin, a quick but important note. This video covers topics like immigration detention and government retaliation against protest. It's heavy, but I'll guide us through with truth, care, and yes, even a moment or two of much needed levity. Because sometimes if we don't laugh, we'll cry. Chapter 1. Who is Mahmoud Khalil? Mahmoud Khalil was living the dream, or at least the student version of it. Library deadlines, student loans, way too much caffeine. You know, the glamorous life of a grad student at Columbia University. He wasn't causing trouble, he wasn't breaking laws, he was just trying to finish his degree and maybe, just maybe, get some sleep. Chapter 2. The Arrest Without Warning. Then one morning in March, ICE came knocking. And not in the polite, hey, do you have a moment to talk kind of way. They showed up at Mahmoud's New York apartment and detained him. No warrant, no charges, just vibes. And a decades-old law pulled straight from the Cold War archives. Yes, the government decided Mahmoud was a foreign policy problem. Why? Because he protested. Because he had opinions. Because he dared to believe free speech applied to everyone, not just citizens. Chapter 3. Welcome to LaSalle, population detained. Mahmoud was flown to Louisiana and locked up at LaSalle Detention Center. Let me tell you, nobody wants to spend their spring break in Gina, Louisiana, surrounded by ICE officers and legal gray areas. He was cut off from his life, his education, and probably the best bagels on the East Coast. A tragedy in more ways than one. Chapter 4. Courtroom drama, but make it constitutional. His lawyers filed a habeas petition. A federal judge in New Jersey hit pause on the deportation. Enter Judge Omar Farbiars, a man who looked at the case and said essentially,
"Wait, you detained a grad student for hurting America's foreign policy feelings?"
The judge began peeling back the law ICE relied on, and let's just say, it didn't age well. Chapter 5. The law that couldn't spell due process. INA Power 237A 4C is like that forgotten relative at Thanksgiving, outdated, awkward, and says all the wrong things. It allows the government to deport someone if their presence is potentially adverse to foreign policy. What does potentially adverse even mean? If someone says the wrong thing, wears the wrong flag, roots for the wrong soccer team? Judge Farbiars wasn't buying it, and he made that very clear. Chapter 6. Released finally. Fast forward to today, June 20th, 2025, and the judge has spoken again.
Release Mahmoud Khalil on bail immediately.
And just like that, after months of confusion, isolation, and legal limbo, Mahmoud is free. For now, we celebrate this moment, but we do it with eyes wide open because the fight isn't over. The law that let this happen still exists. Chapter 7. What this really means. This is not just about Mahmoud. This is about a system that thought it was okay to lock someone up because their activism made someone in a suit uncomfortable. It's about students wondering if standing up for human rights means ICE might stand outside their door. And it's about all of us asking, since when is disagreement grounds for detention? This is bigger than one man. Mahmoud Khalil's story is a reminder that rights aren't rights unless they're protected, loudly, clearly, and for everyone. This is Burden of History. If you're tired of watching freedoms shrink in the shadows, share this video, subscribe, and stay loud. Because silence might feel safe, but it's not justice. And don't forget, we're living in Trump's America now, where even your rights can vanish without warning. Stay awake, stay vocal, and stay safe.